The symbiote meta is upon us. More Iso-8 data is coming in, and we are talking about it. Plus, rumors, data mines, and more on your Marvel Strike Force weekly news update. And if you're ready for it, my brother, MobileGamer OhEmGee, tell them what to do.
Let's go stroke it.
ValleyFlyin.
Woo! What is up, Valley Maniacs? How are you? Welcome to the ValleyFlyin channel and your Marvel Strike Force weekly news update. I am joined by my brother, OhEmGee, and we are talking about the Symbiotes, Iso-8, Datamines, Phoenix, upcoming events, and so much more. How have you been, man? It has been kind of a busy week.
I've been pretty happy. I like the Iso-8. It's been a lot of fun stuff learning. It's interesting. I've actually been blitzing for fun just to test interactions.
Oh my goodness. If it got you blitzing, it must be a really good feature.
Oh, I don't care if I win the match or not, but I want to see how, specifically the skirmisher striker is really interesting to me. I really like the way that works.
There's some weirdness going on. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. And if you guys are watching on YouTube, there are timestamps down below because as usual, guys, this goes long. And if you're listening to the podcast version, hopefully we make it make sense.
What's
in
a
audio.
Podcast?
A podcast is it's like a radio show, sort of.
What's a podcast?
Sort of.
Why?
OhEmGee's not a fan of podcasts, but
I don't get them. I like YouTube stuff. So
I like listening to them when I'm in the gym or in the car, but regardless of that,
okay,
we're starting off. We're talking about some bugs. Now we talked about a few known issues with Iso-8, all this stuff that came with a data mine. The Iso-8 campaign nodes, for some of people that have not finished it and are not autoing it this time, there's a workaround for that. We talked about that a little bit last week. This known issues just came out like right after we shot last week. But the one I wanted to talk about, unless there's any that stand out to you, before we get to this last one right here.
It was not bug-free release, but it was not it seemed okay. Like there was a couple bugs on the launch date, but nothing really. Well, I mean, unless they start saying, hey, the skirmisher striker interaction's working wrong and we want to do it differently. But if I think it's working correctly and we can make it work the way that it works now. And other than that, I don't really, seems pretty smooth actually.
I would agree. I think there's a lot of minor things that's going on with Iso-8, but nothing game-breaking, nothing that's ruining my experience of having fun. So yeah, this is a relatively bug-free event, which is surprising because I thought there was be a lot of things that are broken, a lot of major things broken with Iso-8.
Yeah.
There's
for a lot of
tiny things that aren't working.
Yeah, and we'll see. I mean, we still don't know exactly, but you know, the bottleneck for in the ions is coming out. I mean, that's kind of what we expected, but yeah, we'll see. It's a great. I'm really thrilled with Iso-8. I mean, this is amazing in my opinion.
I am as well. I think they did a good job, and I think playtesting that should be a lesson for Scopely. 2 rounds of playtesting, taking feedback, putting it back in, and then making adjustments towards that. I think they did a really good job. One thing I do want to point out though, Iron Man Legendary event was gone after the update, but apparently I was talking to the chat this morning on the live stream. Apparently is back. So what is your level of excitement on a scale of 1 to 10 that Iron Man is back, baby? This benefits new players very much.
Yeah, so. I guess. I mean, well, here's the thing. Iron Man is Iron Man, but I have to say, in general, in this game, Iron Man, you know, Spider-Man, Black Panther, they don't get any love, man.
Captain America got a rework. When are some of the other more iconic characters going to get a rework?
No love, man. They're just kind of, you know, we've got Minerva and Black Bolt. You know, let's go.
Yeah. Well, those are very good characters. We got another very good character that just recently returned. This gal. So some players that did not have her unlocked or did not have her at 7 stars was lucky enough to do that this week. So congratulations to all of you guys. But my question is, you know, collecting your villain Mystic controllers, because she's not a really good candidate for Iso-8, as you can see.
Yeah.
Level 1 is probably where you should take her. Even these level 2 ISO crystals, a little too much waste on that. Plus Ebony Maw is a hard counter to her. My question is, how relevant is Phoenix in this game now with some of these changes that we just saw?
Well, here's the thing: is that she's clearly still a top 10 character. She's not getting the benefits and all the fun and excitement that we're getting right now with Iso-8. You know, and I think we're experiencing a lot of cool interactions with Iso-8. And the other thing too that we don't know is that we haven't gone to level 5. The community hasn't gone to level 5 on Iso-8, and that's where a lot of these classes come to life, like Skirmisher with a 50% focus boost. So that being said, where does that place Phoenix? Now, I think I talked about this the other day, and people were saying, "Oh, great! I just unlocked Phoenix, and now she's trash." No. She's good. It's just that, you know, some characters are getting quite a bit better, and there's quite a bit. I mean, like Doc Ock with the healing and the regenerations. It's crazy, right? There's just some really cool things going on that's just not happening with Phoenix.
Yeah. Well, it is happening with Phoenix. It's not happening Dark Phoenix, which is the more important version of the character. Well, we want Phoenix to die and then Dark Phoenix to come on and the battle, but Dark Phoenix doesn't get anything from these Iso-8s, and that's why she's not a real good candidate for these.
Before she dies, there's potentially some interactions that you could do with if you have Storm on the team with some assists, kind of do like that mini Skirmisher striker combo, but it's nominal. It's not, you know, really she needs to die, you know, and then blow up the other team, and she's really not doing anything with Iso-8.
Yes.
Other than the stat boost. I mean, she does get the stat boost. She gets the Stark Deck stat boost, but none of the really cool stuff.
Not the interactions, not the classes, not all the class boosts that she could get.
No boosts,
not a very good candidate for Iso-8. She is hard countered by Ebony Maw, but still one of the better characters in the game, and you should be very happy if you unlocked her this last round, guys. Still one of the best characters in the game. So,
well, you know what? But you know how Ultron fell off a little bit, you know, with Black Bolt, and you know he's still really good. You know,
I still use him in Ultimus 7.5, still to this day.
Yeah.
So, very good character. Yeah. So congratulations, all you guys got Phoenix. Now we spoke about bugs just a little bit, but this is, I'm not sure if this was a bug or if this was decimal point Jeff acting up again, but I saw this offer right when the update dropped. I was like, this is a very good offer. I might purchase this because I was a little short on my Scream shards. This has a Scream offer in there, plus a bunch of cores, some other stuff. Very, very good value in my opinion. And you do these offer reviews. You have like a number that you're targeting for power cores and different things. What would you say this offer is worth right here?
Oh, I would have bought this easily. The power cores are probably worth about $12. The Premium Orbs $2. The training materials $6. The Red Stars maybe $3. The Scream Orbs $3. So it adds up. It's worth more than $15 US. And I'm covering it up, but it was supposed to last for like 2 days.
Yeah.
And, you know, my picture's in front of it where it says 2 days.
Let me take it off real quick.
It doesn't matter.
It's supposed to last for 2 days. This was when it was initially released.
And it lasted for 2 hours, basically, like from patch till server reset, and then it disappeared at server reset. And so, I mean, during the offer review, I'm like actually looking for it. I was like, where is it? You know, I couldn't find it. And so it was like I was fumbling around because I remember this is the one that popped up when you logged into the game after server reset. But maybe it's coming back. Maybe it got released early. I wouldn't be surprised if it made another appearance.
Yeah. So and those guys listening to the audio only version, $14.99 US dollars, 1,000 power cores, 4,000 premium orb fragments, 6,000 training orb fragments, 2,000 red star orb fragments, and then 2,000 of the Scream orbs. So that made it appealing for me. So hopefully it comes back. I don't know where it went. Did you hear any word of what happened to this, or is this just one of these?
I've heard nothing. I've heard nothing about this. It's just that it's gone. We'll see. I think if they're going to take the time to create this offer, they might as well sell it. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see it come back.
I would like to see it come back. Symbiotes were also released in this update. Well, at least Scream was, and we're getting Anti-Venom later. We talked about it last week. You had about a little less than a day to play test Scream. I don't know if you built up your Scream enough to really fully see the benefits of this, but a week later, I'm sure you have fully built up your Scream, had many tests in Ultimus 7, maybe some tests in Wars. What are your thoughts on these symbiotes, this 4-man symbiote team right now? How impressed are you?
I can take on any any Asgardian.
Woo.
Any Asgardian. It doesn't matter. It's not quite autoplay, but it's getting close. You know what I mean? It really, and you could play it poorly. As long as you target Carnage, you're fine a little bit. You just target Carnage a couple times. Greg.
Okay.
Yeah, you just target Greg with Carnage first turn.
Yeah.
And you're good to go. And then once even I had a Greg that had defense up and deflect, and I wasn't able to drop him turn one with Carnage. You know, and it's still, and the match went all bad. Like everything bad could happen. You know, the Loki Hela combo went off, and it was still fine. Like I think you could punch up big. Asgardians, this is Scream is a hard counter to Asgardians now, and the team Scream is kind of squishy still. I do have a 4/5 Scream now. You know, 4 red, 5 gold, and still really squishy. But I think that's Anti-Venom will kind of fix that problem. I'm really excited about this. I mean, it's a really good team. As long as you can land the negative effects, it starts to go. And then what Anti-Venom is going to do is going to allow the team to get positive effects. And so right now we're getting
even better.
Yeah, right now we're able to run over them with just them getting tons of negative effects. Well, now we're going to get both sides of it. It's just going to whipsaw even more with full positive effects with Anti-Venom.
Yeah, Anti-Venom is going to make this team over the top. And Scream does shore up one of the big issues when taking that Asgardian team in war. When you kill all the Asgardians and you forget about it, you leave Hela last, it's very tough to kill them with that 3-man symbiote team. But with Scream now, you can get through Hela and get through all those Gregs and kill her, and it's not an issue. Two of her abilities chain through stealth and clear positive effects. And so as long as the chain goes the direction of the Hela and clears the stealth, you're good to go. It's one meme match. I've played it twice in war against big Asgardians. How big punch-ups were you able to do? 100K, 200? Are we talking 200K?
100K punch-ups.
Okay, that's still very impressive. Now, I'm using them on war offense, but I've seen reports. Somebody emailed me, and I apologize I don't have this pulled up, but somebody emailed me. They're using this very successful in war defense, getting a lot of wins with this team. Have you encountered one on defense, or have you heard about anybody using this in defense with some really good results?
No, I've not seen it. And if I did, I would have used Brotherhood 2.0.
Yeah. For all the the
tanks. Yeah, and then just hope they get stuck behind Juggernaut.
Yeah, I mean that is one of their big weaknesses is a tank like a Juggernaut or someone like that.
Oh, and then turn one blind. What are they going to do about that? You know, they're not. You know, they're going to have turn one blind, and then they're going to stuck behind Juggernaut.
They'll use up their ults. That's what they'll do.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. If I saw that on defense, I would have ran in there with Brotherhood 2.0.
If you guys are using this or have used it, let me know. I have not put mine on defense. I'm sorry. Yeah,
I'm curious. I'm very curious, especially with Anti-Venom. I love to see more data on this, but I don't think that would work though.
So if you guys have data on it, let me know. We talked about this before. We're like the guys that compile all the data and bring it to the community. We're not the experimenters that figure this stuff out. So let us know, guys. Let us know your thoughts on this. Now this team, very, very good in war, obviously, is able to get some big punch-ups, but how has this team affected your raids? Were you guys already doing 100% on a daily basis? And if not, are you guys doing it now? Has this changed your raids for Ultimus 7.5?
Scream did not change my raid plan at all.
Okay.
Iso-8 absolutely did.
You know what? It's hard to say if it's Scream or Iso-8 for me, but our alliance moved up to 100% either 4 or 5 days per week. We used to do it 1 day a week, and we've moved up, and we're doing it off on our war days. But I think when Anti-Venom comes out, you think auto 100% on Ultimus 7.5 with that character?
It's possible. It's possible. I mean, it's possible. I know right now I'm not using Scream. I just find her too squishy. And so I'm using my old teams, which one of them does use Carnage and Symbiote Spider-Man, but the Iso-8 made it. I one-shot every node in 7.5 except for the final boss, and that's a team effort right there. We're 100%ing every day now.
Nice. So I like Scream. I'm even autoing some of the early nodes with a 4-man symbiote team. Emma works very well. They're a little slow, so sometimes I do have to use that yo-yo Black Bolt combo that you talked about if I need a little more power. And then once in a while, if there's a lot of hero controllers, I bring in my Ebony Maw, Thanos team. But yeah, most of those nodes, those symbiotes are running through them until that last boss node, and then gets a little tough at that point. Before we move on, let me talk about BioGear, because we've gotten a lot of bio characters recently. Swarm, Electro, Scream, She-Hulk is coming, Anti-Venom is coming. All of them bio. How much hoarding have you been doing on your BioGear? Are you farming BioGear now? Are you saving it for Anti-Venom, or are you going to use it on She-Hulk? What are you doing with all your BioGear, man? There's a lot of characters that need this BioGear recently.
I'm in the minority. I'm in the minority of characters that are going to get She-Hulk. The minority of the people that are going to do She-Hulk. Okay. And so, yeah, I had depleted all my BioGear with Scream, but I've hoarded excessive amounts of those materials where you can target the classes, with the bio. Yeah. With the bio orbs, so I can open just the bios. Yeah. And then I'm back to, every day I'm firing phosphates. So, I'm doing at least 3 nodes a day on phosphates. And, I'm back to about 150, but sometimes the characters need more than 150. They need like 175. But then I've got that fallback. So I'm a hoarder. I think I'm going to be fine. And hopefully by end, I mean, between all that, and plus I'm going to be personally opening all those milestone orbs probably tonight when Symbiote Spider-Man comes into there. And so I'm expecting a ton of gear. I've got 350 milestone orbs to open. So I'm guessing I'm going to be fine.
Okay. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with She-Hulk. I got to get her to a usable level for a video, but after that, everything is going for Anti-Venom, and I'm getting more phosphates, all that stuff.
No, I mean, I don't know if you want to talk about She-Hulk.
We will. Let's talk about it briefly and then come back. But let me just ask: Are you even going to do a She-Hulk video? Because I was contemplating maybe I don't.
I don't know what to do with her. I mean, how do you make a video about something like that? I mean, And then I think the video is going to be like in war if you get destroyed. If you're punching across with a top tier team and you get destroyed by She-Hulk, well, then that's a video, right?
Yeah, I mean that's and She-Hulk not built up, because you know how it is with new characters. You're not able to fully build them, see their full power until they become farmable, until you can get more gold stars on them. Well, so even the initial test, I'm not sure if we're going to see.
playing against, I'll be able to see her at full power.
All right.
Oh my god. Yeah. Nice. I mean, when we play Pants of Hulk and Legion and Baby Yoda, we'll see him at full power. Yeah. But personally, I'm only looking to get 3 red stars, gear tier 11, 6664. I might look at. I probably might put 1 T4. I still got to look at that a little bit deeper. But in level 71. And that's just kind of a staple target level of power that I have on my Alliance War teams anyways. So it's not taking her to 14, not going to level 75, none of that stuff, man.
We'll talk about her individually. I was just curious what you're gonna do with She-Hulk, because this is the first character I'm like, I don't really want to buy this character. So we'll see what happens. Next I want to talk about Iso-8. Now, the devs said, and they didn't say this publicly, but they said this to people. They were thinking of getting a FAQ out about Iso-8, because there's so many questions about this. Either Monday, Tuesday. We are recording this on Wednesday. Still not out yet, but we are looking at Ramadex's spreadsheet.
Would have been out by now. I thought there would have been some. I thought they would have.
Monday. I thought Monday.
Yeah, I thought this would have been published already by now, and I'm not sure. There's some. I don't know if we'll get into it in this video, but the way that the skirmisher striker class interact is highly interesting to me, and I do like the way it is. But is it? The way that it reads and the way that they want it to work and the way that it actually work might be 3 different things.
Yeah, so I don't know if we need the FAQ, because Ravager, I got to give a shout out to Ravager. A lot of the data that we're getting for this Iso-8 stuff is thanks to Ravager and his friends and all the research that they are doing. And there is a nice FAQ that he did, and the link for his spreadsheet, guys, it is the same link. I would probably bookmark that, because this data is always being updated. But there's an FAQ section up here that answers a lot of questions about Iso-8. I don't want to get to all these individual ones right here, but I do want you to talk about the strange interactions that's going on right now with the striker and skirmisher, because it's not really working how it's described in the text.
Well,
right?
I mean, okay, so the idea is that skirmisher applies vulnerable, right?
Yes.
And it also applies when they assist. So we're finding that a lot of people are putting characters like Ms. Marvel, Toad, things like that, where they're assisting all the time, right?
Yes.
And or Sabretooth is a great one. Sabretooth,
yes, that's a good one.
Sabretooth, so he's going to be skirmisher and he's going to be applying the vulnerable, which is fantastic.
Yes.
And then you have strikers. So where it doesn't make sense. So like Yo-Yo is the skirmisher, right? And she goes first.
Yes.
And you think that you would apply the vulnerable and then Black Bolt would assist. And then Black Bolt would hit again. It doesn't work that. But the way that it works, and we'll just use Captain Marvel, Ms. Marvel, right?
Yes.
Captain Marvel jumps up, does the big burst. She gets the assist from Ms. Marvel, and then then suddenly the vulnerable shows up, and Captain Marvel not only does her binary thing, but then she attacks again. With the assist attack. So it's like a 4-hit. You know what I mean?
Lovely.
And it's like. Yeah, it's lovely.
Unless it's being done to you, then it's not so lovely. But if you're doing it to an opponent, I love it.
And you got this 4-hit. So what's happening is that, you've got, Ms. Marvel getting the vulnerable on there, and then it's still, so the vulnerable wasn't there at the start of the battle. And, and the striker did the first move. So this interaction's working well, even with Emma Marauders, where, Emma is now a striker. Like initially, I think everybody put healer on her, and now it's striker. And then you get the Sabretooth assist, and he puts the vulnerable, and then she ends up doing another attack, which is beautiful. And because Sabretooth assists on non-attack abilities, and if you have to put the T4 to make it 100% of the time. But then you're getting Emma does her middle ability, and puts out the slow and puts up immunity on her team, and then Sabretooth swipes. And then she does another attack, and then she clears a positive effect, which is it's just it's really cool interactions. It's a lot of fun.
I like it. There's a lot more experimentation that needs to be done with this, and finding some of these weird interactions that aren't really working how the community expects it, and so not sure if some of these are bugs or if this working as intended is just not described right. But as far as Iso-8 building up,
it's not a negative effect, though. Vulnerable is its own thing, and it doesn't interact with focus or resistance. It's its own thing, and it's a cool mechanic. I'm really enjoying it.
I am too, and I'm looking forward to doing more experimentation and finding how to maximize that the most. But as far as Iso-8, it at the end of the day, this is more resources that we have to manage, and at the end of the day, this game is a game about resource management and things like that. So, what pitfalls are you having in managing your Iso-8, your crystals, your ions, all that stuff? What are some traps that you are seeing other members of the community run into that you want to point out?
All right, so there's only two things that I would suggest right now. Is I would hold off buying in the store for the 5,000 ions. It looks like there's going to be a shortage of ions. And so that's also led me to farm the nodes that are 24s, which doesn't let you focus fire on what you want to farm necessarily, but there's ions in there. And so I'm worried about running out of ions. You said you ran out of ions. I have not. Also taking, right now with what we have, threes might be a standard issue on everybody's threes, right? But right now it's like I'm only putting threes on my raid teams and my arena teams. So basically I've taken 3 teams to Iso-8 class level 3, because I have one arena team and I have 2 raid teams. And then I'm thinking about taking Ebony Ma and Thanos to 5. And then I've been going through and making sure my Alliance War teams are all 1. And I'm sure they're all going to be 3s eventually, but running out of Iso-8s, switching classes, when you get classes up to 3, there actually is a cost to bring things up to level 3. So you got to be careful.
It's a pretty big 15,000 ions. So you need to choose your class 3s pretty carefully. Class 1s, whatever. But the class 3s, you got to choose them pretty carefully. 3s and beyond. 3s and beyond, I would say. Yeah.
So that's the pitfall. Now, the one thing also, too, is when you're equipping ions, there's tick marks, and I don't think you have it shown up here, but you need to be mindful of the tick marks. And I think everybody's installed a 3 or a 2 on a character they did not want to.
Well, let me switch it so you can see. All right.
Okay.
All right, so we got these.
Okay. There's a good choice right there. So this is a good example right here. Let's say you wanted to take the shield trooper to 1.
Yes.
The problem is that when you click the one on the far right, you're going to be installing a 3.
Yes.
No. Go click on the wheel.
On the wheel?
Yeah, if you click that right there, that'd be installing a 3.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You need to look at the tick marks and see if you have a 1. So that's a situation where you definitely would want to hit find and find the piece rather than installing a 3 if you only wanted to go to 1. So I know you could see right there that you could basically put 1 on all of them, but on that one right there specifically, you only have a 3 and you can see the little tick marks.
Yeah.
So you really have to look at those tick marks. If you hit the plus right now, you'd be pissed off.
I would not on Shield Trooper. So let's get out of the screen. Let's go back to the other screen just so I don't accidentally hit anything. But yeah, so that's probably the biggest pitfalls. And you said that the characters that you're taking right now, Arena and Raids, I'm pretty much doing the same. I've taken my Symbiotes and the Black Order to level 3. Certain other characters that I'm using in Raids a lot to level 3, and I'm trying to get level 1 on everybody else. That's kind of what I'm trying. And I'm actually thinking about taking Black Order up to level 5 just because that's my Arena team, and I noticed my Arena punch-ups are getting a lot bigger, and I need to get it up just to keep up.
Yeah, you can punch up more now. I think this conversation is similar to like what characters should you be thinking about taking to 14? What characters should you be putting T4s on? It's based on usefulness.
Usage.
It's usageness. And and so like if I think about what characters do I use everywhere all the time, characters like Ebony Maw and Symbiotes are right on the top of that list right away.
Yeah. The characters they're using all the time is the ones that you should put the red stars on from the promotion credits, the T4s, and also Iso-8 past that level 3, I guess. With that,
yeah, but you don't have to put high red stars at Ebony Maw. But yeah, I think you understand what we're saying. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, certain characters don't benefit as much from red stars as others. But yeah, I get what you're saying. All right, but we're talking about the shortage, and I think a lot of the shortage comes from this awesome event, a full matrix, and obviously after this event is over, we're not going to be getting these 3 tick crystals for these Iso-8s, and unfortunately we're also not going to get a lot of these ions as well. But with the resource crunch aside, how excited are you with getting these Iso-8s, getting us off the ground, being able to get some of our teams up to level 3 without too much pain? I mean, is this... I really like the way that this was introduced. What are your thoughts on these milestones?
Of course, the event is relatively easy to complete and very generous in my opinion. It does show the shortage of ions, and you will experience some shortage of ions if you go and install all, upgrade all these pieces, upgrade all the class abilities, without thinking about it too carefully. And so I do like that I'm not thrilled with the ion shortage, but I do like the event overall.
I do as well. And I think the event is responsible for a lot of people feeling that iron shortage. Now, when this event it goes away and we're just farming these, do you think there will be still people complaining about an ion shortage, wanting to get more ions, or do you think a lot of it has to do with this event?
I think a lot of it's this event, and I think we're going to gravitate to the 24 energy nodes because they have ions in them, or higher amount of ions. So I think that's what's going to happen.
So you think getting those ions from those 24 nodes is more important than selecting what pieces you want? Just having those ions is going to be more important in the long run.
Well, if you're out of ions, what choice do you have? If you're out of ions, what are you going to do?
Well, harder is your number one option, guys.
What are you going to do?
Not spending cores.
Yeah. If you're out of ions, you probably should be doing that right now because you can't do much without the ions. So you really don't have a choice, right?
Yeah. So do you like this? Do you like this? The amount of bottlenecking that this is creating, slowing down some of the progress with Iso-8, or do you think it's too much, or do you think it's exactly right?
Do I like bottlenecking?
Well, do you think the amount of bottlenecking that they're putting on these ions is proper, is a decent amount, or do you think it's too much? We're not getting enough ions. Do you think they should increase that, or it's just
I think you're
enough
asking
right
what
now?
My expectations are, right? I expected something like red stars. This is not red stars.
This is awesome. Red stars was painful. I love this.
No, this is fine. I don't know what you want me to say. Do I like bottlenecks? No.
Not bottlenecks in general. I'm just asking, do you think this is a good amount of bottlenecking, the good amount that they're holding back the ions and releasing them? Do you think that's proper, or do you think we need more, like a lot of the community on Reddit is complaining about?
Yeah, it's fine. This game, there's bottlenecks always, and I don't like them, but I've come expected that they're or else. Yeah, what if everything's free? What if day one you go, I'll just put 5s on everything,
fun.
no cost?
That's not fun.
Yeah, this
the test server with everything maxed out was not fun. I'm like, I got nothing to do.
It's literally
fun. Grinding is fun.
Take your time, make correct decisions, upgrade characters, and if you want to put 5 ions on your Ravager Stitcher and max out your Ravager Stitcher or your Nobu or whatever, go for it. Have fun. I'm not going to do that. It's just that simple. It's really that simple.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, this is a game about fun. And even though it won't help you a lot in the game to put all that stuff on Nobu, if that is what's going to make you happy,
that makes it
even
fun
if
for
he's
you,
a bad
go for
character, it's kind of a waste if you're trying to progress in the game, then do it if it's going to make you happy.
I mean, I do understand that people say, hey, Wolverine's my favorite character and I want to do this. That's fine, but in this game, Wolverine is not the most effective character, and I think there's choices to be made on what characters are effective. And when installing something important on a character, does this solve a problem? Am I getting crushed in a node in U7? Am I not holding as well overnight in war in arena?
Yeah.
Am I losing battles on offense in arena? And will this solve that problem? I think that's what it comes down to. Is does by installing something solve a problem? And if it doesn't, or if it's a problem that occurs infrequently, like war is 3 times a week. It's not something that happens daily. That's a different type of problem, right? It's not as important of a problem as U7 or Arena, in my opinion.
Agreed. That's what I would recommend for most players, but there are those fringe players. It's just like, I like Wolverine. I don't care if he's a bad character. I'm building him up, and that's going to make me happy. So in that case, build them up. But if you're looking to be efficient, go with the good characters and the ones that will solve problems for you.
I get that, but here I'll tell you a story. So I was playing in classic PvP the other day, and somehow I got matched up with somebody that didn't have a deep roster, and they brought in a 7-red Gamora, a 95k 7-red Gamora, and I had a 25k Ravager Stitcher on my team, and my Ravager Stitcher, I believe, had defense up and deflect for some reason or another. I don't remember the circumstances. Gamora tickled the Ravager Stitcher with her ultimate.
Okay.
And it's like, hey, you know what? That's cool that you upgraded your Gamora, but just because you had a 7-red, but I don't think that was a good use. I'm just saying there's bad characters in this game.
There are.
It blew my mind that Gamora tickled the Ravager Stitcher.
Well, maybe it's just because Ravager Stitcher is way better than everybody's being given credit for.
25k power Ravager Stitcher versus a 99k power Gamora.
Well, there it is, guys. The Ravager Stitcher meta defensive character, guys. You heard it here first. The blog post. And oh, look at that. I got to brag about that a little bit. That's not why we're here. We're talking about Symbiote Spider-Man coming to the Milestone Orbs, his new home every Wednesday. The first Wednesday of the month, we're promised to get a farmable character. Do you think that in Scopely's minds, adding Symbiote Spider-Man to the Milestone Orb makes him farmable? Is that what's happening here?
There's already precedence for that, the Domino.
Well, they did 2 in that previous month with Captain Marvel and then X-23, even though Captain Marvel and stuff. So they promised 2 in a month. But if they're counting this, I don't know if they're going to reach that for this month, unless there's some surprises, which you think might happen.
Yeah, I'm going to complain more, but I'm expecting there to be another character. I think there's a couple of good choices of characters that could be made hard mode farmable or available in some sort of store later today. Red Skull, Taskmaster, Beast, whatever, but if this is it, I think it's not what their definition is different than our definition. Then
what is that for me to be farmable? They have to either have a node or be in a store. What is that the same definition that you're going for farmable?
Well, I mean, if availability, is Minerva available? Is Yo-Yo available? No. And if is Symbiote Spider-Man, depending, we don't know if, they say that Captain Marvel's coming out, fine, but does that mean Spider-Man's going into the Captain Marvel slot, or is Coulson be shifted into the Captain Marvel spot? And then it's still not availability. Literally, I'm going to open 350 orbs, and my expectation is mathematically is to open about 85. That is not farmable.
No,
or by any definition. So not my definition anyways. So I mean it's just maybe they think now that I think there's gonna be something else tonight though. Or else people are gonna complain.
I hope. Well, guys, you may be watching this after we know what exactly is coming out after this update. Is it just Symbiote Spider-Man? You'll probably know the percentages. You'll probably know if there's another character. What are your thoughts? Let me know if you're watching this afterwards, and if you're watching this before, what are your expectations? Yeah. Let me know that as well. What are you thinking is going to happen?
Someone did the math, but like if they put Symbiote Spider-Man in the Coulson slot, or the way that Coulson is right now, which is the 70% drop, per 100 orbs, that's 24.5 character shards. Woo. That's not a lot. 100 orbs to get 24.5 character shards? No way, man.
And how long does that take? How many orbs do you think you get a day? Maybe
I have no idea because I hoard all of them. I don't know. At least 2 or 3, I would think. I hoard all of them. They just build up. So
yeah, I'm not.
I don't know. Maybe 4 a day. It has to be more than 4.
Yeah, I haven't thought of that because I haven't opened them a lot. So let me know in the comments as well, guys. How many orbs are you getting per day? Because I think I'm probably getting very similar to the averages of what the
build
orbs
up
are.
Faster than I realized, though. They do build up.
Yeah, I mean, just spending gold. Everybody's going to do the World Warrior because your alliance is doing stuff. Spending energy, you have to do that. So you're going to get some of these orbs on a daily basis. So we'll see. We'll see. You guys may be watching this in the future and know more than we do as of recording this. But we have another orb. We're releasing this. Let me read this. Symbiote Spider-Man will be the final character added to the Milestone Orb. The final character, nobody else added, as we'll be releasing seasonal Milestone Orbs in the future. This could be interpreted many, many different ways. How are you interpreting this? Is this going to be like the Greek Raid Orbs where every time there's somebody added, old one goes away and then there's a brand new orb? Is that what you're interpreting this as?
That is what they're doing without, I mean, they could have done one of two things. They could have done that now. And not given us, so like people like me that I've saved up 350 orbs for Symbiote Spider-Man. They could have said, "Oh, this is it. Too bad. We're now introducing a seasonal milestone orbs, and please open those orbs in the next week, or they get deleted out of your account." They could have said that, right? So this is what they're doing, but they're giving me a cycle to get used to.
A little notice, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, as long as they do give this notice, I don't mind them, removing
this is the right way
orbs.
to do
it was when they did those Greek orbs and they just disappeared the first time. The first time it just disappeared. Where'd all my orbs go? I'm like, oh, we got different orbs.
No, but you shouldn't have. I shouldn't have to like hoard 350 orbs because I think they're going to change the contents of the orb. I don't think that's what their intention of wanting. I don't think they want the player base doing those type of behaviors.
No, I think these orbs and stuff are meant for newer players, and we're more end game, and we don't need these resources. The newer players, mid game players, they need this stuff. They're opening this stuff all the time because they need it. But as you've been playing a long time, you don't need this stuff, so you're just hoarding this stuff. So
don't hoard orbs. I mean, most players should not be hoarding orbs, but it comes to a point in the game where me opening an orb has little value, and the future value of something like Symbiote Spider-Man being added to it greatly exceeds whatever is inside the orbs. It's all duplicates. I mean, there's some gold, purple gear, some trading material orbs. There's some value to those orbs, but not being able to get Symbiote Spider-Man is of higher value, right? And so they're eliminating that risk of that. Like if I open all these orbs yesterday and then today they update them, and I was like, but they're eliminating that, seeing that they're not going to do that. Basically, they're just going to come out with new orbs for future events.
I was like, this is not good. But yeah, if they did it the other way and did it and changed it over right before Symbiote Spider-Man came out, that would be so bad, and people be very, very upset.
We're now introduced. Milestone orbs are going away in a week. Please open all your orbs. We're now introducing the fall milestone orbs, which will include Symbiote Spider-Man. People will be pissed. It's like, why did I save these 350 orbs or whatever? Anyways.
Yeah. Okay. So as unexcited as I was about these seasonal orbs, it could have been so much worse. So, not that bad, but.
No, they're fixing the problem of hoarding is what they're doing. Is they I don't think they want to encourage hoarding.
Yeah, I mean, as you play this game longer and longer, you don't need as many things, and you're gonna hoard more and more and more. And this is to combat players that have been playing like us since global launch, or even before global launch, and just have an abundance of stuff. So that's probably what they're doing here. All right, in-game mail She-Hulk. It has been confirmed. Emerald, Liberator, Blitz. And my question to you: who is excited about She-Hulk at this point? With the big, exciting symbiote team, Iso-8 coming to the game. So many good things about this update. Then we get She-Hulk, which is probably the least exciting, at least for me, character to be released as a war defense character. Who's excited for this?
Very few. I think less than 5% of the player base are even considering buying it. And even the ones that are buying it, they're not buying it because they're excited about it. They're just buying it because it for a very small number of people that want to slow, we're full clear versus full clear usually, and slowing down the war has its advantages, and this will do that.
Do you think this will slow down war enough, making another meta defense team? I mean, what have you theory crafted this all? I'm not sure who is able to counter this team. If they're going to hold against some of the tougher teams like Black Order, I don't know what they're going to do with the symbiotes. Some of these other meta X-Force, X-Men. What do you envision happening? Do you think they'll be a hold against some of these meta teams?
This is basically just taking a good offense team and making it better for defense. It's definitely, most people have the other four somewhat upgraded, and She-Hulk will make them better, and the team will work better on defense war. As far as countering it, I haven't even thought about countering it yet. I'm sure it's going to be like X-Force and X-Men and Black Order or something like that, or who knows? Maybe Doc Ock is the hard counter to it. I have no idea.
Man, it's just. I was so excited when I saw She-Hulk was coming into the game. She-Hulk, Fantastic Four, so cool. And then the blog post came out, War Defense. Oh.
Yeah, Symbiotes might be the counter to this. I mean, because a lot of this kid is stealth, and maybe Scream is gonna punch through and clear all the buffs. I don't know, man. It's probably
you know what? That would make so much sense from a marketing standpoint. Release the awesome team, then release another team that awesome team counters after that team.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens. I don't know.
I think this is just shifting. They're trying to slow down the wars a little bit, is what they're doing with this.
Well, we'll see what the result is. We'll see if everybody shifts it to war defense when She-Hulk comes to the game. Maybe they keep it on. Maybe they keep them on offense. I don't know.
I see this being one of their worst selling offers.
You could be right. You could be right, especially sandwiched between Scream and Anti-Venom, some super exciting characters, and that she's also bio. Maybe other people would buy her if she wasn't a bio character, but bio having to save for Scream, having to save for Anti-Venom, I just
so incredibly slow. I don't even see her being playable. So slow. I don't know.
Sometimes their characters are a lot stronger than their initial kit indicates. Sometimes they're not. Maybe she's going to be better than her initial kit indicates that she'll be. So I don't know. But
it's hard to say.
Speaking of blitzes, brother, I know you don't like blitzes, but has this upcoming blitz got you excited? Domino coming up this week as a blitz character. Important unlock for Dr. Octopus whenever his event comes back. I know you're not a blitzer, but let me ask you, are you going to go hard on blitz this week for some Domino, especially since you get to test out some of your Iso-8 teams?
Well, the problem is that I'm 180 shards short from taking her to seven stars.
All right.
So, that's a little bit too much of a stretch even to blitz, but
it would cut down the amount of blitz orbs you have to open.
Yeah. So, but I'm going to get 21 from the milestone orbs, and then if I can get another chunk,
55 or 100.
Yeah, 55. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get the 100, but if I can get 55 out of the blitz, then that's definitely saves a lot of time. It's kind of slow going with these orbs, getting her unlocked. But the problem with that is not so much the event or release method, is more so that it takes 300 character shards to go from 6 to 7, and a lot of people just put the brakes on stars and just let the characters get to 7 whenever they get there.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go for the 100 for this one, but it's not gonna get me to the next star level. Other thing coming up, we got Relic Hunter event coming back, baby.
You're so excited, man.
Awesome. ABCs.
Well, they updated it.
SBCs.
They updated it, right?
Yeah, it's a little better, but are you hoarding all of yours? Are you going to upgrade any characters? Or are you just saving it for when Dark Dimension 4 comes out, Gear Tier 15 comes out? Are you doing anything with these at this point, or just saving, hoarding, more hoarding?
Well, I did take 2 characters up to 14 recently, and that
what'd you do?
I took Doc Ock and Scream, right?
Well, yeah, they make sense. They make sense.
And I'm gonna take Anti-Venom, but that being said, I'm still sitting on 10,000 SBCs.
Wow. Okay. So not too much for you for this one event.
Which is maybe 10 characters worth, right? You know, so I'm just sitting on them. I mean, and I'm mindful of my resources.
Wait, you're talking 10 characters from 13 to 14 or 10 characters from 14 to 15?
Oh, 14 to 15. I don't know. That may be 5 characters. Yeah. Yeah, that might be 5 characters worth if given the numbers we've seen in the Datamine.
All right. Well, I'm probably going to be hoarding these as well. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with this. Let's move on. Boom! Datamines. One of my favorite parts of the entire news update is Datamines and rumors, and not too much in way of Datamines except for this one right here. We got some news on Anti-Venom. We have this one blog post, availability update, and coming soon, Anti-Venom. It is a walking nightmare event, and we're predicting this as a mini milestone event.
Yeah. Or I don't know what to call this, but this is like the Ghost Rider event last year, or the
Namor.
I was thinking more recently Cyclops and Teenage
Negasonic.
Warhead. Yeah, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, which was Valentine. So there's like they happen every 4 months. It's they could change the terms of those events, but it was a Blitz heavy event.
Yeah, a lot of the milestone release characters are based on your activity in the game, and hey, the endless mode that you could do is Blitz. So
yeah,
just do a lot of Blitz battles, guys.
It seemed like it was a Blitz heavy event.
Yeah, a lot of the milestones seem to be, because that's the mode that you could grind and score.
It's not a gold spending event. I think that's when we say milestone event. A lot of people are going to get that mixed up with the Emma or the Symbiote Spider-Man. It's not that event. It's a blitzing type event.
Yeah, so we'll see what the actual milestones are to reach that, but whatever it is, I'm gonna be going hard on Anti-Venom. Looks like a very good character. Again, Datamines not too much here. There's some other things that indicate some availability for Anti-Venom, but a lot of it just looks like it's just preparing for whenever he's going to be available, whenever the red stars, and whenever he does come to these basic premium orbs, and then add it to the elite stars.
Yeah, those are they even have a blitz. They even have a blitz up notification. These are just notifications, so none of that really means anything. But that one that you showed was the important. The thing about Datamines is a lot of information in there that is useful and maybe not. Yeah. So it does require some interpretation.
Some gets pushed live. Some like this looks like it can push back live. Who knows when? Weeks, maybe months from now. But they have it in the game now. As far as the timing of this event, so this is looking like this Thursday. We have Domino, which means She-Hulk probably blitzing on the 15th and the 22nd. What are you expecting as timing for this Anti-Venom release? Do you think these milestones are going to be concurrent with that She-Hulk, or they're going to wait till after, towards the end of October, before they release Anti-Venom as a free-to-play character?
And well, there's 2 different dates: the date of the event and the date of the orbs, right? Okay. And there's usually a week-long period in between. So I'm expecting the 3rd week of October for orb sales and 4th week of October for the event.
So sometime maybe 19th or 20th for the sales, and then it to go live sometime after the She-Hulk event. Yeah, the 28th.
Well, it's just like I'm expecting She-Hulk to go on sale today, and then Blitzes to start next week. Late next week, and that's just kind of the way it's going to go.
Yeah, if She-Hulk goes on sale either today, tomorrow, or Friday, I think all of those are likely candidates for She-Hulk. That would mean the 19th, 20th seems like a good time for Anti-Venom, giving it 2 weeks in between that, which means that another week. So probably sometime between the 26th and the 28th is when I'm guessing that these milestones will start, unless they release it early and then run it concurrently with this She-Hulk event.
Well, there's a little bit of overlap. It seems to me that the orbs are you can purchase it about 10 days in advance in orbs, right?
Yeah.
And then the event or whatever the event is, Blitz, or like we're gonna go through the campaign event, and Scream is starting here shortly. And then they kind of overlap, but they're all about 10 days apart.
Got it. Just so my predictions is pretty much in line with yours, but you know what time it is, brother?
What time is it?
We've never done this on a news show. It is time for a special guest to join us with some rumors, guys. So without further ado, Drew joining us via satellite, brother.
Oh, Valley, glad to be back, mate. It has been a hot minute. Drew, the rumor guy here, and I love that you are supporting the boomers out there. Props to you for that, mate. But the rumors, they're not coming in as prevalent as they once were. But I've been keeping my ears open, and I've been hearing, even with the domination of the symbiotes, there's still some people upgrading Gamora, Night Nurse, and Hand. Word is that they're anticipating something coming up with these characters. That is all I have for you right now, mate. Shout out to Cupid Stunts, but don't worry, I'll be back.
Oh, Drew, I love those rumors, brother. Gamora, Night Nurse, Hand. I know some of these characters were teased a little bit. I think the Hand was teased a few weeks ago in either Twitter or Facebook. I can't remember. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think this has any viability? Is this something that is just rumors? Or maybe there are some rogue people just upgrading these characters. Maybe like we talked about, they just enjoy Nobu. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, they already said they were going to do Night Nurse in the post that they sacked about Black Widow. So that was in some sort of GameSpot article or something like that. I don't know. Hand, okay, we'll see. I mean,
what are you gonna do with your Nobu? If he's a good character, who's gonna be your meme now?
Well, Nobu needed rework when he was made requirement for Phoenix, in my opinion.
He needed a rework at global launch. His ultimate has been one of the worst in the game since
he had some benefits at global launch. He was a little bugged the way he revived the summons at full stat characters, so he was actually playable at global launch. But
his ultimate still sucked though.
Yeah, he's not good. No, he's not good. He's trash. But all of this is fine. There's also rumors about a quantum team with Ant-Man and Wasp, and then Taser Face is around the corner, and
get your Stitchers.
I don't know anymore. I mean, it's usually we've been getting enough head start on this stuff, anyways.
Well, again, they're all rumors. Some pan out, some don't. So we will see. I don't know if I'm going to start upgrading my Gamora, Night Nurse, and my Hand yet, especially with the symbiote. It's having to save so much resources for that. But apparently there are some people that are doing it. So let me know your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you plan to do. I don't think I'm going to do it yet. But if you have an abundance of resources now working your symbiotes, and you plan to use them, it could be a team that could be usable. I don't know. If they're getting reworked, they may be good. It's not
next patch anyways, right? I mean, I can't imagine that'd be next patch. Didn't they already kind of hint at what next patch is going to be based on the... I mean, unless that it said Ga, and then Ga is for Gamora instead of Gambit.
Oh, more tinfoil hat stuff, guys. But I don't know. The first rumors that we got from Facebook, the Gamro agent, they didn't come this patch. Maybe next patch, and then who knows? Maybe those are actually the same characters. Maybe there is kind of an overlap with these, because Gam and Ga could possibly be Gambit for both of those. Ro and Rob, maybe Iceman for both of those instead of Rogue. I think everybody was expecting Rogue from the role. Maybe it was Robert for Iceman, and then Agent. Maybe Kate is not the Kitty Pryde like we thought. Maybe it's Kate Bishop and she's an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't know. Maybe it's the exact same rumors that Facebook is teasing. I don't know. What do you think this is any viability in that? Is that stretching too far, or do you think that could be plausible?
It's so far out. I don't even know if I can think that far. I want to know about Doom. I want to know about Dark Dimension 4. Yeah, I mean, I think I got different. And I want to know about Gear Tier 15, level 80, and all that stuff. I mean, we'll see.
So Scopely, those are the hints that we want to see. Throw those out. Throw some data mines with us for those. Throw some Facebook hints for those. Gear Tier 15, Dr. Doom. Yeah. Let's hear about that. Woo, and that is about it, guys. Fun-filled news show, lots of stuff, lots of things to discuss, and lots of speculation on some things upcoming. Any final thoughts before we start wrapping this up, brother?
I can't wait for to see what Doom looks like. That's what I'm actually the most hyped about right now.
Well, he's been in the game for over a year. What are we talking
about?
Yeah. He's been the narrator for the gamma rays for so long.
Hey, I heard they're going to come out with a special pack where you can turn those him speaking to you every time you go into a node off.
Oh, it's a $50 pack. That is an automatic sale.
No. It's going to be an orb. It's going to be an orb.
So $50 for an orb for a chance to turn it off.
For a 10% chance to turn it off for 1 month.
So it's a reoccurring price that you got to.
Yeah, here's so multiple orbs.
They got me reeled in. I'm going to buy that one.
Yeah, multiple orbs.
All right. Thank you once again, brother. It is always fun. We always get silly at the end of this. But before you go, tell everybody where they can find you, if they don't already know.
I go by MobileGamer most of the time on Twitch, so that's where I've been hanging out a lot. And then OhEmGee is the YouTubes.
Nice. Links are down below, guys. And thank you guys for watching this. We do this news every single week, and we release at least 4 Marvel Strike Force videos a week on this channel. So if you have not already, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, join the notification squad, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Share this with your friends, and I will see you guys next time. Check out some of the links, support the channel, support the sponsors, guys. And I stream every morning on Twitch as well. Give me a Hulk fist bump before you go, brother. ValleyFlyin, OhEmGee, Boomer, out.